Hi, my name is Lynne Jamieson and I come from way down under, Melbourne, Australia. I have been face painting since 1996 and I took it to another level about 2006 when I finally put my big toe out into the face painting world. How'd I get started? My best friend Mary in Melbourne, Australia, she came up with this wild idea that I should do face painting. And back then, face painting was in its infancy, and the only real face painting I ever saw was the poor McDonald's staff being thrown a paintbrush and a pot of paint, and they had to paint kids at the parties that were there. So I said to Mary, "You have got to be kidding me." And she said, "Lynne, you can draw, you're an artist, think about it." So she dragged me into Melbourne and took me straight to Cryolan, which at first I was a bit disappointed about because I saw the big luggy paints that the staff at McDonald's were using and I wanted them because I knew nothing about the face painting world. So I ended up buying these tiny little things from Cryolan, and at first I was a little bit disappointed, but I'm grateful she took me straight to the top line stuff. And then I started practicing on friends and it just went from there. I'd have to say that it all began with Ginny. When I used to go into Cryolan, I became aware of Marcella's Face and Body Paint magazine, and that came out every 3 months, I think, so I used to hang out for that magazine. And I didn't really know of many face painters in Australia, and what I did was my artwork was mainly a straight butterfly or a straight tiger. I got my references from books, but when I saw Ginny's work, you could make a butterfly, a fantasy butterfly, or a tiger, swirls and curls. So all of a sudden I realised that there was face painting, what I was doing, and then there was Ginny. And Marcella's book introduced me to the Wolf Brothers, who just showed me that you could go totally in a crazy, ugly, ghoulish way, and all the other artists in there. But Ginny and Brian and Nick Wolf, they were the ones that just opened the door for me. I thought I could paint straight away because I had been drawing since very little. So when I painted my son as a zebra the first time, I could not believe how raw and shocking and the line work was. You know, it was all black wiggly things. I did a zebra on him and the zebra was basically a blotchy white grey thing. There was no mouth, the lines just went everywhere. And I look at my artwork and look at my first face paint and I think, wow, so you don't have to be an artist to be a face painter. You're never perfect. You do bloopers all the time. I do bloopers in my classes. You have good days, you have bad days. Some days I think, wow, I've got new brushes and new paints, and I get out there and your body's not in sync. Something just doesn't work. So not everything is perfect. So just go with the flow. Just, if you have a bad day, just think, well, the next day is going to be better. And when you think you're going to have a bad day, for some reason it turns out a real winner. So you just never know.